Suspended judgment. The purpose of thinking is not to be right but to be effective. Being effective does eventually involve being right, but there is a very important difference between the two. Being right means being right all the time. Being effective means being right only at the end. Vertical thinking involves being right all along. Judgment is exercised at every stage. One is not allowed to take a step that is not right. One is not allowed to accept an arrangement of information that is not right. Vertical thinking is selection by exclusion. Judgment is the method of exclusion, and the negative, no, not, is the tool of exclusion. With lateral thinking, one is allowed to be wrong on the way even though one must be right in the end. With lateral thinking, one is allowed to use arrangements of information which are invalid in themselves in order to bring about a restructuring that is valid. One may have to move to an untenable position in order to be able to find a tenable position. In lateral thinking, one is not so concerned with the nature of an arrangement of information but with where it can lead one. So instead of judging each arrangement and allowing only those that are valid, one suspends judgment until later on. It is not a matter of doing without judgment, but of deferring it until later. As a process, lateral thinking is concerned with change, not with proof. The emphasis is shifted from the validity of a particular pattern to the usefulness of that pattern in generating new patterns. There is nothing unreasonable about the other lateral thinking process described so far, but the need to suspend judgment is to fundamentally different from vertical thinking that is much harder to understand. Education is soundly based on the need to be right all the time. Throughout education, one is taught the correct facts, the correct deductions to be made from them, and correct a way of making these deductions. One learns to be correct by being made very sensitive to what is incorrect. One learns to apply judgment at every stage and to follow up this judgment with the no label. One learns how to say no, this is not so, this cannot be so, this does not lead to that, you are wrong here, this would never work, there is a reason for that, and so on. This sort of thing is the very essence of vertical thinking and accounts for its great usefulness. The danger lies in the arrogance of the attitude that assumes that vertical thinking is sufficient. It is not. Exclusive emphasis on the need to be right all the time completely shuts out creativity and progress. Thank you very much. This is the part 1. You please wait for some more time for the part 2. Thank you very much.